is Stacy Sykora, and I'm coming to you from the World Grand Prix Finals. Today was the last day, so this is the final day of World Grand Prix of 2013. The first game was Serbia versus Italy, and it was a nail-biting match. Serbia came out as champions, so this gave them the bronze medal because they had to lose 3-1 or 3-0 for Japan to be in third place. So Serbia got that third place medal. The next game was actually the final for the Grand Prix. It was China versus Brazil. Both teams were undefeated in the finals, so everyone was waiting to see who would win. Number 2 and number 11, two of the top players in China, didn't participate. They didn't play. So Brazil won pretty handily. They won 3-0. It was still a great game. China still played well, but I think they could play better if they had number 2 and number 11 in. And then the last and final game of the Grand Prix tonight was USA versus Japan. It was actually another exciting match. The USA took the win with a 3-2 victory. It was a great game. It was a great game to watch. And then afterwards, all the awards were giving out to all the individual players. But first and foremost, Brazil got first place. They won the gold. The second place team was China, and the third place team was Serbia. And then all the awards were given out to the individual players afterwards. And the two outside hitters, the best outside hitters in the tournament were, I'm actually not going to try to pronounce names because I'm not very good at it. So I'm just going to give you numbers. So for the two best outside hitters were number 2 from China and number 9 from Serbia. And the two middles were number 16 from Serbia and number 6 from Brazil. And I know her name is Thaisa. And the best right side was number 2 from Serbia. And the best setter was Alicia Glass for USA. And the best libero was Fabi from Brazil. And the MVP of the entire tournament was number 6 from Brazil, who got best middle blocker as well, Thaisa. So those are all the awards for the World Grand Prix. Just from my perspective, this Grand Prix was very interesting because a lot of players got playing time. No one had a set 6 playing. Everyone made a lot of substitutions, a lot of changes, and it actually made the game very interesting and it was a great Grand Prix. So this Grand Prix, I would say, is a learning experience for a lot of young players because a lot of young players got the opportunity to play, but also it was just a great Grand Prix to finally watch. And for me personally, it's one of my first international tournaments to watch since my accident, since I've been away from volleyball. So for me, it was amazing to see the sport of volleyball, and it has grown so much, and the fans, and just to see this volleyball was actually a huge pleasure of mine. So hopefully y'all will all join us in the next Grand Prix in 2014, and we'll see how every team has grown and see how all the young players, how experienced they got, and see how many experienced and veterans come back to the game this next year. So please join us again. Thank you very much.